Has this business truly changed your life? Yeah. Because I'm telling you, it changed mine, and it changed many of my team members' lives. And I think this business is more than just selling a product. It is about selling a second chance. Because in the economy we live in today, are there a lot of people out there that needs a second chance? Are there a lot of people that lost their businesses during COVID? Lost tons of money in real estate investment stocks? And ladies and gentlemen, when you are talking about EmGuarde, whether the Kangen machine or the EmGuarde, you're not talking about the product, you're talking about, and you're selling a second chance. And let me tell you this, people out there are waiting for you to tell them about EmGuarde. Are you guys excited? Yeah. All right. So it's good to be here. Amazing, amazing weather in San Diego. You here, you're not from the United States. Where are you guys from? Canada. Let me give you a round of applause. Australia, Dubai, India, Philippines, London, UK. I can't hear you. France, New Zealand, Philippines, Austria. So, all right, Romania, okay. And I'm from Malaysia, myself and Ming, we've been classmates since we were 13 years old. So I've known the guy for a long time. So when he told me about the Kangen machine 10 years ago, I said, hey man, I've been your friend for like 15 years. Why are you trying to cheat me to buy a $4,000 machine? Because I didn't know what the Kangen machine could do. Until I saw the demo, I went for the training, I immediately bought the machine, and thanks to him, today I'm where I am. So today I have one and only one objective, to give you guys full clarity on how you can use EmGuarde as a product into the market, and how you can use EmGuarde to rank up and to scale your business to a height that you have never seen before. Are you guys excited? Ladies and gentlemen, one idea that can change your EmGuarde business. So this is my story. I wasn't a speaker, salesperson, marketer before EmGuarde. I was working a normal job as an auditor. Any accountants in the room? I was an auditor with Price Waterhouse. Everybody know Price Waterhouse? Yeah. So I wasn't from this world. I was from the cubicle world. Your world is round, mine is cube. So I share this story to inspire upon you that this business is not just for the fast-talking guys, the motivational speakers, the salespeople. No, it is for everybody. Tell your partner left and right, EmGuarde is for everyone. We've expanded our business everywhere. We went all around the world, as Big has shared, Malaysia, Dubai, Turkey, Nigeria. I spent about a year in Nigeria with my good friend Hemant. Hemant right there, yeah, we ranked it up. That was incredible. So we started Malaysia, we went to, first couple $1,000 got me excited, went to Dubai, went to Turkey, Nigeria, and after Nigeria, I spent about a year there. When I came back to Malaysia, that's when EmGuarde was launched in Malaysia. For those of you who don't know, EmGuarde was the first country, Malaysia was the first country to have the EmGuarde. Now currently, why are you guys here? Because EmGuarde is pre-launching in the US. Now, this business has not started yet. So you guys are the first people in the entire country to receive this training. Give yourself a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And can I share with you what got me so excited with the EmGuarde? Now, I spent a year in Nigeria. And let me share with you my Nigerian story. It's very similar to Mingwei's India story. It was very difficult. When I showed the price of the machine to my prospects, one person almost passed out. They said, Simon, this is the price of my land. Are you telling me to sell my land to buy your machine? I said, is your land making you money? He said, no. Are you growing crops in your land? No. Sell the land, buy this machine, because I'm going to teach you how to make 10 times the money that you invested. And guess what happened? He did it. He did it. But he didn't sell the land. He collateralized it to the bank to take a loan. Smart guy, right? So it was very difficult, but a lot of struggles. in terms of the buying power, but a year after that, we struggled a lot, myself and Heman, and today we have EmGuarde, first African branch in Lagos, Nigeria. After years, it's right there. And let me tell you, all these things brings back to why I got so excited with EmGuarde. Because when I was in Nigeria, when I connected the Kangen machine to do my first demo, something told me divine intervention. Check the water first before you do that. So I put the pH tester in my 9.5. What should be the color of the 9.5? Purple. Guess what was my 9.5? It was orange. I said, these guys must have dropped my Kangen machine in the plane. Luckily I had two. Hooked up the other one, 9.5. Guess what was the color? Orange. And later I found out it was the water source problem. The Nigerian tap water has a water source of 3.5 pH. So we went through headaches, nightmares, and said, what's going to happen tomorrow? And when I came back to Malaysia, and when I saw the EmGuarde, and the presenter that showed it to me did a demo in 5 minutes, I bought 3 units. I said, what? You mean 5 minutes? I'm ready to buy 3 units? There's something huge here. And that got me excited. All right? So because of EmGuarde, and thanks to the generosity of Mr. Shiro, we're all very blessed to be in this company. He has invited myself and Ming to travel all around the world, including in Europe. This was in Rome. We did a seminar for Italian distributors. We went to Portugal. We went to Bulgaria. We went to London. This was about 2 months ago. We went to Bucharest in Romania. We went to France. This was Lagos, Nigeria. It's my team, exciting people. They're so excited. And this was insane. We were in middle of nowhere, a town called Raipur in India. It's in the middle of India, and there was 4,500 people in one room. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not an EmGuarde event. This is one distributor's event. Wow. Now I'm going to get into the juicy topic, the EmGuarde. So once again, are you guys ready? All right. So when we talk about EmGuarde, I first want to talk about the 4 different types of pollution that exist in our world today. Now we know we have water, air, and noise pollution. Most people, you're aware of that, isn't it? Everybody knows about this. But there's the 4th type of pollution that is in everybody's home today that most people do not have a solution. What is the 4th type of pollution? Can somebody shout it out? What is the 4th type of pollution? Electromagnetic pollution. No matter whether you are in a lower end neighborhood or you're living in the highest end neighborhood, it doesn't matter, everybody's exposed to it. Are you guys following? It's a big deal. So we talk about modern problems require modern solutions. If the EmGuarde was launched 50 years ago, nobody needs an EmGuarde. Because 50, 30 years ago, how many people had a cell phone? Nobody. Did you have Wi-Fi? No. Not many people even had a TV. But today, it is in every single home. So let's look at our lifestyle 30 years ago and today. Is it vastly different, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Who grew up as kids 30 years ago? Anybody? Yeah? I remember when I was growing up, right? We were playing outside, all right, under the rain, playing with our friends. Did you guys have your iPhones, iPads, AirPods with you? No. You don't have all these things, but today, who here, you have young kids at home? Raise up your hand. Young kids. And is this a common phenomenon in your home? Yes. And what are you doing about it? Some people are like, nothing. Now this is in every single home, and I want to ask the parents in the room, as a parent, are you concerned? Yes. Are you concerned? Yes. Not concerned enough, because after my presentation today, you're going to learn that EMF has a lot more damages to our long-term health than you think. So sit tight and receive this information. So these things are in every home and they are increasing every single day. All right? Every single day. And that's why I believe Mr. Shiro and EmGuarde, they really found the perfect timing to introduce a product to solve these modern problems called the EmGuarde. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Magic. All right, and EmGuarde. So these are the common sources of electromagnetic radiation: TV, cell phones, extension cords, induction cooker, EV cars. Are there a lot of electric vehicles here in the US? Came from here, right? Tesla's from here, right? So it's getting more and more. You got laptops, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, microwaves, you name it, it's there. All right? Now this is actually an animation I got from the NASA website. So NASA says this is how a standard living room looks like if you can see the frequencies. This is how it looks like. But ladies and gentlemen, in this room right now, can you see any frequencies going left and right? Because why? EMF radiation is invisible. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't hear it. But some people could feel it. There's about 2% of the population, we call them EHS. They are hypersensitive to EMF, but only 2%. The 98% of us, we don't feel it, but we get the harmful effects. So ladies and gentlemen, if this is what you see in your living room, after today you go out to your hotel rooms, or some people, you go back to your home, if this is what you see, would you sit there and watch television for 2 hours? Would you allow your child to be there for 2 hours? But you're doing it every day, because you can't see. It's very simple. Humans, we're very simple. Anything that we can't see, we don't fear. Do you guys agree? Anything we can't see, we don't fear. There's a lot of studies online. Go on Google, go and find on YouTube. There's so many studies on PubMed, credible medical websites that talks about EMF affecting our reproductive systems, our bodies, our health, everything. This talks about fertility. It affects men's fertility. Let me ask the men in the room. Where are the men in the room? Make some noise. All the men, all the male. Let's show our male energy. All right. Can you bring out your phones? Where do you put your phones? Where do you put it? Who puts it here? Raise up your hand. All right. Good idea or bad idea? Bad idea. Because this is very near to our reproductive organs. Let's keep it professional. Right? Now some people say, okay, so I'm going to put it right here in my coat. Who does that? Who puts in the coat? Right? Is it a good idea? Because it's very near to your heart. So the best place you can put it, if you want to put it on your body, is on your back pocket. Yeah? Or put it in your bed. Because it can affect fertility. And this is an EMF health survey done by a PhD holder. And they've done a survey with 871 people. And these are the results. Majority of them are talking about sleeping problems, nausea, concentration problem, headache, stress and anxiety. All these issues, they are attributing it to electromagnetic frequencies. So ladies and gentlemen, is this concerning? Yes or yes? Yes. Number two, if this is a big problem, and if you have EmGuarde in your hand, does that make you very, very powerful? Yes. Because you're solving people's problems. I don't believe in selling something people don't need. I feel everybody needs the pen and water, am I right? Yes. Everybody needs the EmGuarde. Yeah. All right? So this is incredible, very exciting. And this is from the WHO. This is something I share all the time because it's from the World Health Organization. Back in 2011, 14 years ago, WHO has already classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic. Now we're all United Distributors, we know what the word carcinogenic means. What does that mean? Cancer. And how many years ago? 14 years ago. This is not new. It's been around for a long time. But who here, you're seeing this for the very first time today? Raise up your hand. Majority of you guys. Yeah? Been around for 14 years, but we don't know about it. Okay, so it's time to educate the market. And this was a big news. This was in September 2023, and the country of France actually stopped the sales of iPhone 12 because of exceeding radiation levels. This was on BBC, CNBC, The Guardian. It was everywhere. Again, who here, you were not aware of this until today? Raise up your hand. Take a look at that. All right? So there are a lot of things happening behind, and it's time for us to wake up, open our eyes, and see what's happening with the world. And that's why I see a tremendous opportunity with EmGuarde. Okay? Now, I think in the US, a lot of you are using iPhones, right? Who's using an iPhone? Everybody's using an iPhone, right? Everybody whip up your iPhone. All right, I want everybody to go to their settings on your iPhone. Go to your settings. Once you're there, I want you to click on General. And scroll all the way down, you will see something called Legal and Regulatory. Do you see it? And then you will see something called RF Exposure. The fourth one. Do you see it? You go to one of the paragraphs, it says, to reduce exposure to RF energy, Apple says, use a hands-free option such as a built-in speakerphone, headphone, or other similar accessories. So the company themselves is warning us to reduce exposure to RF energy. Again, is this news for you guys? A lot of you. So share this with some of your friends who are not aware about this stuff. It's very powerful. Now, I want you guys to listen to this video. Dr. Satvinder, he is actually a very popular doctor in Malaysia. He's a holistic doctor who does a lot of stuff. He travels everywhere nationwide. In fact, all around Asia, he delivers lectures on holistic health and also very interested in protection against electromagnetic radiation. So in this short clip, Dr. Sat is going to talk about the harm of electromagnetic radiation on us adults and especially on young kids. Alright, so let's watch this video together. Come on.
The children's brain, like the hypothalamus, it tends to absorb 1.5 to 2 times more electromagnetic fields than an adult. But if you look at the child's bone marrow, it absorbs an amazing 10 times more electromagnetic radiation than an adult. The brain is much more absorbent, the skull is thinner, and because the relative size is smaller, if I give you the same dosage, your smaller tissue is going to absorb more than the bigger tissue. The first thing you have to do is keep the appliance that's emitting the radiation further apart from you, like handphones, off all power points when they're not in use. Number 3, you could use electromagnetic field harmonizers, which will balance out the radiation side effects from the appliance.
What was the couple points that you catch? The brain of a child absorbs how many times? 1.5 to 2 times radiation energy than an adult. The child's bone marrow absorbs how many times? 10 times. We talk about 10 times, 10x your business, 10x your income, but this is also 10x the radiation. Alright? And this is spoken by not just one doctor, countless doctors. Who here, before you come into this room here today, you're already aware about the harm of electromagnetic radiation by show of hands? Okay, so how does EmGuarde work? And this is how EmGuarde works. It uses something called harmonic frequencies. I want to tell your partner left and right, harmonic frequencies. So it uses harmonic frequencies to suppress the electromagnetic radiation within a 4 meter or 13 feet radius. So that gives it a coverage range of 8 meters or 26 feet diameter coverage. Is that clear so far? So that's the coverage range without affecting your natural ambient frequencies. Which means when the EmGuarde is turned on, you can still use your phone. You can still get your Wi-Fi signal. You can still use your electronic products, but you get protection at the same time. Is that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, let's give EmGuarde a big round of applause. Yeah. So the EmGuarde design is unique in such a way that it protects you, but without interfering with your signals. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are there things out there that when you turn it on, all the signals get jammed up? Yes, it's used by your military, it's used by your police, your cops, for protection purposes. But can you imagine if EmGuarde does this, and you turn it on because you fought with your neighbors, so you just turn on the EmGuarde, and he's been wondering, I can't get a Wi-Fi signal. So that's not what EmGuarde does. EmGuarde does not interfere with your regular devices, but it adds an additional layer of protection. So far, so good? Very good. And it does it within a specific range, and that range is 3 megahertz to 1,000 megahertz. Everybody say it together, 3 to 1,000 megahertz. So that is the frequency range that EmGuarde protects you from. So some people may ask me, Simon, how about the lower frequency? How about the higher frequency? I'm going to talk about that in a bit. But this 3 to 1000 megahertz is essentially the range of frequencies that your body absorbs the most. The range of frequencies that your body absorbs the most. And later I'm going to share with you a bulletin from the FCC, Federal Communication Commission. Okay? Now this is a publication from the FCC, Federal Communication Commission from the US. Take a look at the highlighted in yellow. The FCC says that your body absorbs RF frequency from this particular range the most. Can everybody read out what is that range? Again, what is that range? 30 to 300. That is the Goldilocks zone of frequencies that your body absorbs a lot of the energy. So that's why when you look at EmGuarde, what is the coverage range? It is 3 to 1000. So EmGuarde is actually overcompensating the frequency range. Are you guys with me so far? Because this is the most vulnerable range. Okay? So that's the FCC. Next slide. Now, the reason why your body absorbs 30 to 300 the most is because of this. All right, we just get the slide up. All right? Now, this is actually a study that's done on the human organs and the human body on the resonating frequencies of our organs. Thank you. All right? And according to this publication, all of our organs, they have a resonating frequency. Who here you are aware of this by show of hands? So what is the resonating frequency of our brain? 72 megahertz. All right? And the rest is like 50, 60, your liver, your heart, they all have different frequencies. Have you guys heard of something called the MRI when you go to the hospital? What is the MRI? Resonance. The R stands for resonance. So the MRI machines, they use frequencies between 50 to 90 megahertz on your body to print out a report. Those of you who are in nurses or doctors, you guys will know about this, right? So because that is the resonating frequency of our body. Making sense so far? Connecting the dots? And because that is the resonating frequency of your organs, when you have frequencies around you that is going at the same level, it leads to a vibration. It leads to resonance. And in this case, resonance is not a good thing. It vibrates your body, and that's why people can't sleep well at night. That's why people have bad sleep, bad mood, low energy, lethargic, and many other things. Alright? So I'm going to share with you guys a video. Alright, in this video, I'm using a very special tool that you guys can download for those of you who are using Android phones. It's an application. It's called the SDR Touch. And you attach it to an antenna. And this antenna, you can tune the application to 72 megahertz. Why do I tune it to 72 megahertz? Because it is the frequency of our brain. And I always do it at 72 because our brain is the most important organ to protect from EMF. Are you guys following so far? Because if you look at the study that I've shown you before, all the health-related issues, headache, stress, anxiety, concentration problem, all has to do with your brain. So this is the most important organ to protect. Who here you charge your phones in your room? Raise your hands. Who here you charge your laptops, your computers? Who here has a Wi-Fi router in your room? Raise your hands. And would you agree with me that the quality of your sleep today versus 30 years ago, is it very different? It is exponentially different. Alright, think about that. That's because of the brain. So, I want you guys to see this video, and this was shot about a year and a half ago in Hong Kong. I whipped out the application and to check the radiation levels, and then I turned on the EmGuarde. So let's watch this video together. This is called the SDR software, and it's gonna actually detect the electromagnetic interference in this area. So what David's gonna do now, he's going to actually turn on the software. You can download this software on your Android phone. You just have to pay a couple of dollars, you get the software. So I want you guys to see. Just zoom in on the phone, Ben. You can just take a look at this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So the software is connected to a dongle that connects to an antenna. And the antenna is receiving the interference around this room. It's unbelievable. Take a look at the chart. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy. We have not seen this anywhere else. Okay? So now what we want to find out is if we have the EmGuarde what can it do to us and what can it do for us? So it's not connected. Now, I'm going to connect to the SDR software. I'm going to turn it on. In 3, 2, 1. Look at the wave spectrum, it's gone down. I'm going to unplug the EmGuarde.
Talk about this suppression.
Alright, take a look at the suppression, guys. Here, take a look at the suppression. Boom, with the EmGuarde turned on. If you guys are watching this, I want you guys to bring your EmGuarde everywhere you go, especially in cities like this, and make sure you always keep yourself protected. See you guys soon. Is it better to spend 45 minutes to sell an EmGuarde or to spend 5 minutes? Which one do you want to do? 5 minutes, right? That is my 5-minute demo. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the more we talk, sometimes the customers, they're not listening. I show them this quick thing on my phone and they get converted immediately. Was that very powerful? Right, but I know in the US, a lot of you guys are using iPhones. That's why some of you got tuned out when I say Android. It's like, Android. What's this guy talking about? Alright, so for those of you who don't have an Android, they actually have a product that they build the SDR into a detector. So you don't need an Android phone. And I'm going to show you in the next video. It is called the Baje SDR. Let me play the video. Can you guys see 72 megahertz? Same thing. You can see the wave spectrum. Plug it in. That's what it does. Alright? So you can either get the first one or the second one. If I was you, get both. Get both. Now Dr. Magda, Canadian professor, now she has done a lot of research on electromagnetic radiation. Alright? A lot of research on electromagnetic radiation. And she wanted to find out how can EMR and how does EMR affect the body? And this is what she found out. In an environment where there is low levels of EMR, our red blood cells are supposed to be free-flowing. Now, free-flowing red blood cells, that means you're in a healthy condition. Now, according to her research, 70 minutes, how many minutes? 70. 70 minutes of a computer turns your blood cells into that on the top left. She calls it rouleau formation. Can you tell your partner left and right? Rouleau formation. That means your blood cells are stacking together. 70 minutes. And take a look at the right side. 10 minutes on your wireless phone. Which one is worse, the computer or your phone? Do you use your phones for 10 minutes a day or 10 hours?
10 hours.
10 hours. So this is how it is. So when your body goes through this rouleau effect, what do you feel? The first thing you will feel is when you're holding the phone, who else has felt tingling sensations on your fingertips? Numbness. Why? Rouleau formation. It's happening. It happens in your fingertips, it happens in your eyeballs, it happens in your brain, it happens in your body. So that leads to poorer circulation, lower oxygen transport, lower detox, because when your red blood cells are stuck together, you get less oxygen, you get less detox. That is the name of the game. It's basic science. So would you guys like to see what EmGuarde can do?
So what we can do is, you get on your phone for maybe close to about half an hour, holding it, and then we'll check again and see how does the capillary blood look like.
It looked like my first blood test result was clean, with no signs of blood clotting or blood clumps. But would just 30 minutes of cell phone usage really do any harm at all to my body? I hope not. Let's find out.
Okay, let's have a look. So you can see all the cells now being stacked. See, all of them are, you cannot see those loose cells. You can see most of the cells now all stacked.
Clumped up together, right?
Exactly. Just look at that. The big message is always to try to reduce our exposure. It's almost impossible not to use, but try to be a bit more cautious in the usage.
The thing is, I know you say it's better to reduce. It's impossible for somebody like me, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there that also need to be holding their phones. So, is there anything I can do?
This is the device that can actually help harmonize your electromagnetic frequency wave. And you want to see how it works?
Sure.
Come.
With the Enviroment harmonizer turned on beside me, Dr. Roland and I proceeded to do a third blood test to see just how well this technology supposedly suppresses EMR. Okay, so this looks completely different to the last test, doesn't it?
Yep. Clearly looks different, lesser rule of formation.
Ladies and gentlemen, is that incredible? You know, when I saw EmGuarde for the first time, I was already convinced. But when I saw this, my conviction level went up by about 100 times. In my organization that wanted to do, this was before the EmGuarde, 30 minutes on the phone, and this was 30 minutes later, still on the phone, but with EmGuarde. Same results all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give EmGuarde a big round of applause? Guys, this product is going to revolutionize the health industry. I can see it. That's why I'm so excited about it. Who here you're very excited about it? Say aye. Who here you're not using EmGuarde yet? Raise your hands. A lot of you. Who here after today you want to get your EmGuarde? Say aye. Guys, the EmGuarde easy integration, 8 meters, 26 feet of coverage. Versatile use, it comes with USB-C because a lot of people will also like to put it in their cars. Yeah, they put it in the car, they put it in the power bank, they travel with it. You put it on a plane. Who here, you take a lot of flights? Take a lot of flights. Now when you're sitting on the flight, what's right behind your head? What's right behind your head? TV screen. For 6 hours, you have a TV screen behind your head. Now let me ask you this. Which part of the plane has the highest level of radiation? Which part? The cockpit. Because that's where all the telecommunication signals are. Alright? And I tell people, that is the reason I'm not sitting in business class. One device, big coverage, low running cost, no maintenance. One thing honestly speaking, can I be honest with you guys? I love the candy water business, right? What I like about EmGuarde is, they get the EmGuarde, they open it themselves, they plug it in, and that's it. Alright, so where do you need your EmGuarde? You need it in your home, living room, your work office, restaurant. In fact, I travel with the EmGuarde everywhere I go, and when I'm having a dinner or lunch, I plug it in, and my friend asks me, well, what is that thing? I said, I'm creating a bubble of protection. So this area is protected from radiation. He said, what do you mean? And I do a quick demo and they buy. That's what I do. Because the EmGuarde, that is the size of it. Can you carry it everywhere you go? Yeah. Computer room, bedroom, the car, and kids' room. Nowadays, kids' rooms, you guys put all kinds of monitor, cameras, baby cameras, frequencies. You gotta put it there. So by the looks of it, how many units of EmGuarde does this person or this customer need? How many units? 10. 8, 10. So are you guys seeing that opportunity? Absolutely. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, this is the EmGuarde. Now when you start this EmGuarde business, the benefit that you guys have is, even though it's not available yet in the US, you can sign somebody up with the EmGuarde. Which means, let's say I'm your prospect today, I like the EmGuarde, I buy it from Malaysia, I open a distributor account with it. If I were you, I don't want the EmGuarde to come out. Why? Because if the EmGuarde comes now, all the distributors in the US will start to be selling it. Now, who here, you want to be a pioneer in the EmGuarde business? You want to dominate the market? Say aye. If you want to dominate the market, you kind of don't want EmGuarde to come so soon. You want to start working now, so when the time EmGuarde comes, you already have 1,000 distributors, 2,000 distributors ready to rock and roll. Are you guys seeing the new concept? You gotta think like a pioneer. Because if it comes now, everybody's gonna start. But you don't want everybody to start. You want to start. Am I making sense so far? So who here, you want to start today? Yeah. When should you start? Today? Yeah. Tomorrow? Today. Today? Yeah. No. Yesterday. This is the EmGuarde Commission. Now, can you guys see there are two types of account? There is a Kangen account, and there is a EmGuarde account. An EmGuarde account is somebody that starts the Enagic business with EmGuarde only, which means they don't own the KA, they don't own the Ukon, they don't own any of the products yet. Now, for an EmGuarde account, 1A commission for the EmGuarde is $65. Are you guys clear so far? However, if you have a Kangen account, which most of you guys here have a Kangen account, or maybe all of you guys have a Kangen account, your 1A commission is bumped up by about 30% to $80 for every single point by Mr. Ashiro. Is that good? Let's give Enagic a big round of applause. I'm somebody that started the business with EmGuarde. Okay? I sell the EmGuarde, I make $65. If I'm 2A, how much do I make? $130, right? The moment I buy my Kangen machine or I buy my Ukon, both the accounts get upgraded to Kangen account. Then I will start to earn the higher commission. Are you guys following so far? This system is put in place to use EmGuarde as a tool to bring in more people also to buy Kangen machines. Are you guys seeing what Mr. Shiro is trying to do? Alright? So I'm glad that this system exists so that all my EmGuarde distributors also buy the Kangen machine. So everybody buys all the products of Enagic. So far so good? People behind? Good? I'm going to show you how you can use EmGuarde to double your speed to 6A. Do you guys want to learn that? How you can use EmGuarde to double your income. Would you guys like to learn that? Alright. So the 8 points for EmGuarde, very simple. Enagic sets aside 8 points. Everybody knows about this, okay? And 1 point is $80. So far so good? Okay, very clear. And then we have the K8, right? And every point of the K8 is how much? 350. Okay, we know that. So, I'm going to show you guys how the 8-point system actually works. Same thing. So you've got your 1A, so you've got your 2A. So the first 1A for EmGuarde is $80, K8 is $350, 2A, $160, 3A, $240, 4A, $5A, and 6A. So this one, I'm not going to repeat the 8-point again. Self-explanatory. So the EmGuarde, $80. So can you guys see there? For you to become a 6A, you must have 100 group sales and $300,000 of sales value. Am I right? So I'm going to circle the EmGuarde. I'm going to use green colored bubbles for the EmGuarde, and for the KA, I'm going to use blue colored bubbles for the KA. Okay? This is how you guys can present the business. Same thing. So let's say you have your first 3 sales. If the first one is an EmGuarde, you make $80, right? And if the second one is a K8, you make $350. So far so good? So you can see the color of the bubble is different products, okay? And then you have people that comes in on your 2A, you make $700, and then your first distributor starts to sell EmGuarde, you keep on making $80, and then let's say 4 levels down, this person sells a K8, you make $350. So far so good? Alright, so this comp plan is a mixture of both products. And then when you get to your 2A, and your 2A downline starts to duplicate, you will earn 2A commissions on all the sales. So EmGuarde is 160, K8 is 700, all the way down until a certain level. Because Enagic only pays 8 points, and the moment you go to a certain level, you don't get 2 points anymore, you're left with 1 point commission. You guys are familiar with this, right? Yeah. Alright, so I don't have to go into the detail. Alright, and then if it's an EmGuarde, it's 80, and then that's where you start to develop a non-8A sale. Alright, so this is the regular stuff, but I just want to show you guys how you can present the business plan. Okay? And then after 4A, you get yourself to 4A, and this person buys an EmGuarde. You make $320. Now what happens when your distributor sells 10 EmGuardes under your 4A? How much do you make?
10 times.
How much do you make? 10 times. $3,200. If they sell 20, $6,400. Alright? That's the power of the 8 point. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you noticed, before I went into the business plan, when you look at the standard home, how many EmGuardes? Let's talk about an average does one home need. How many? How many? 3, 4. Let's say 3. Okay? Conservative. Let's say 3. Alright? To become a 4A, how many group sales do you need? 20. So if every client is buying 3 EmGuardes, how many clients do you need to become a 4A? 7. You used to need 20 candy machines to become 4A. Now, a lot of my new team members are going up to 3 and 4A and 5A really quick because their clients are not buying 1 EmGuarde, they're buying 3, 4, 5 EmGuardes. Are you guys seeing the opportunity here? So I'm not even talking about the high ranks, I'm talking about people on the lower rank, 2A, 3. If you want to get to 3A, 4A, 5A fast, you can do it with EmGuarde. Okay? Now, if you want to double your income, this is what I'm doing. I'm giving you guys my secret, guys, for absolutely free. Because why? I'm truly blessed to be in Magic. I'm so blessed to know this company, and I really owe a debt to Mr. Ashiro from introducing this business to me. So I'm giving all of the secrets to you guys, and I only want one thing from you. I want you guys to implement it. I want you guys to do it. Because if you're going to sit here and get all this information and do nothing, I've wasted my time. But if you're going to do something, then I'm happy that I'm here today. Are you guys going to do it? Yeah. Very good. So, how are you going to double your income? Have 2 accounts, 1 K8, 1 EmGuarde. 1 K8, 1 EmGuarde. How much is the K8? $5,500, right? And the EmGuarde is about $1,500. So get 2 accounts and start to market the combo. So earn double. Because when you sell this combo, you only need 50 customers to become a 6A. Let me ask this question again. Does everybody need to drink the water? Yes. Participation, guys, I want your energy. Does everybody need to drink the water? Yes. Does everybody need the EmGuarde? Yes. So if everybody needs both, I sell them both. Not one at a time. Together. Because I tell my customer this. The common water heals your inside. It helps your inside to be healthier, antioxidant, and all this stuff. And once you're good, your body is good. Now, you also have to start to protect your environment. You need both. You can't have one and the other. You're like a cripple. Get both. Alright? So when they do that, they do a combo. So what happens when it's a combo? When they sell, when you have 2 accounts and you sell the K8 and EmGuarde, this is the commission on your first sale. Is that exciting, ladies and gentlemen? Because you have 2 accounts. So account 1 receives $430. Sorry, $430, right? I can't really see it. $430. Why? Because $350 from the K8, $80 from the EmGuarde. $430. Second account gets another $430. That's how much? $860. When you're on your 2A lane, you increase it. When you're on your 3A lane, 4A lane, 5A lane, 6A lane. What is the total amount for the 6A lane? Can you guys read it up? $3,000 per sale. Per combo sale. If you can sell 1 combo and make $3,000, is that exciting? If you sell 10 combos a month, what is your income? $30,000. That's why this business now, guys, it has changed. It's getting a lot more exciting. Who here you already getting excited? By show of hands. Are you guys excited? Enagic 2.0. So what was Enagic 1.0? Guys, do you know how amazing it is for Enagic as a company to only have 1 core product for the last 50 years and growing it all around the world? You will not see any other company doing that. Only Enagic. And now, I see the EmGuarde as the next 50 years of Enagic. It's so exciting, guys. I've been in Enagic for 10 years. I see myself being in Enagic for another 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You guys see yourself being in the company for a long time? You're gonna ride the wave, and this wave is not gonna stop, it's only gonna get bigger. Tell your partner left and right, it's only gonna get bigger. What if you knew about Kangen water in the US, in Canada, before it was launched 20 years ago? Would you be excited? 20 years ago, where you could be the Danny McCauley, Romy Madera, JD Pacifico, all these guys, right? But the thing is, I don't think any of you have this in your garage. I don't have it. So when I saw the EmGuarde, I told myself, the EmGuarde is my time machine. I can't turn back the clock, but I can become number 1. in EmGuarde, and that's what I did. I just went all out. I went ballistic on this project. I treated it as my first day in Enagic. Do you guys remember the first day in Enagic? How was that feeling? Doctor, how was that feeling? Amazing, you were dropping, your fingers start to twitch, right? Because you're dropping so many pH testers, you're doing so many demos, you're getting excited, there's water everywhere, there's stains on your counter pH, purple color, red color, green color. I'm excited. That's how I felt when EmGuarde was started. I brought back that energy, and I started doing it, all right? Why? Let me ask everybody a question. Are there a lot of new network marketing companies in the US? Yeah, every day. Why do people join new companies? Why? Because maybe they have a new product. It's exciting. They want to be number one. All right? But what usually happens to most companies? 90% of them go out of business within the first 2 years. All right? So how I see the EmGuarde is risky business for these new companies. How I see the EmGuarde is soon in the US and Canada, you will have EmGuarde. And I see the EmGuarde as a completely new business within Enagic. There's a couple ways you can see it. Oh, it's another product I can sell. Like the NSPA, I can sell the KA, I can sell the NSPA, it's another product. Now, you're not coming from a very powerful level, but if you view it as a totally new business altogether, that's where it gets exciting. Are you guys following me so far? Get ready. Who here you getting ready already? Very good. You have a 51-year-old company called Enagic to distribute the EmGuarde. You get the opportunity, you get the excitement, you get the earning potential for new business, yet you are not exposed to the risk of a new business. That's how I see it. That's why I'm so excited. So my experience with EmGuarde 2 years ago. EmGuarde is one group sale. It is counted as 0.5 group sale only when you become a 6A, in the month of rank up, you need 10 sales to get your $3,000. Am I right? Yeah. For the title bonus calculation only, EmGuarde is 0.5. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm a 5A today, and I'm going to rank up to 6A this month. If I'm going to do all EmGuardes, how many units do I need to hit my bonus? 20. That's it. All right? So that is the difference between 1 and 0.5. Are you guys clear on this so far? Very important. How about this? 100 group sales and 300. So if you look at this, what was my secret? I went from 6A2 to 6A2-2 to 6A2-3 to 6A2-4 in 11 months when I used the EmGuarde curriculum. I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm telling this to you that I am a living proof of how this could revolutionize your business. I have an abundant mindset. I believe that if I can do it, there is an abundance of market for every single one of you here to become 6A and 6A2-2s and -3s. So if I have something good today, I've been honored to be here to speak in front of you. That's what I'm going to deliver to you guys. Because I want everybody to achieve success in Enagic. Do you guys want to achieve your success? Let's do it. So when you calculate 50 KA and 50 EmGuarde, that gives you how many group sales? What is the number? 100. And that gives you how much sales value? Shout it out. What is the number? 323,000. So the question is, are you ready to step up to 6A? Yes. So you got to do the math. Maybe I'm Asian, I'm good at math. I think a lot of you are very good at math. Okay? Do the math, learn how to get there the fastest. Don't be a bystander in Enagic. Oh, look at those guys. Ooh. Oh, he was a 6A just a month ago, now he's 6A2? Oh, wow, good. I call them bystanders. You want to be the person that's flying. You want to be the person that is going up on stage tomorrow to get your checks. You want to be that person. All right? So take action. Okay? So that was my secret. It is a compelling. Ladies and gentlemen, is EmGuarde a compelling product? Yeah. Absolutely. Just like the Kangen. Very compelling. All right? And I created a second word. You're not going to find it on Wikipedia. Demo-able product. What does that mean? Can you do a demo for the EmGuarde? Yes. Some of you may have this question in your mind. Simon, what is the difference between EmGuarde and other products in the market? Most of these products, stickers, I don't know whether you put it on your phone and your laptops, there's no demo. There's nothing you can see. You just have to trust the salesperson, trust the website, and buy it. But with EmGuarde, you see it. That is powerful.
Seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing, brother. Yeah? Seeing is believing. Lower entry costs to bring in new network marketers into the business. Now, even though in the US, your income level is much higher than Malaysia, but still, I believe there are a lot of people that can't afford the vending machine. Many of them. They love it, but they just can't do it. But now with EmGuarde at a significantly lower price point, can they join the United business now with EmGuarde? And later on, can they buy a machine? This is I have some people my generation, I'm 31 this year, so a lot of people around my age, they don't have the money for a K8. So what do? I say, you buy the EmGuarde. You sell 20 EmGuardes, buy your K8, you get 4 A's back from the company. So you use it as a stepping stone to get them into the United business. So far, so good. Duplication. The EmGuarde, all you need is the EmGuarde and the detector on and off. How many minutes is the demo?
5 minutes.
If your downline can't do that, I don't think they're in the right business. Okay? So duplication. Alright? Duplication. Okay? So you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade your skills. You need to upgrade your mindset. But if your mindset is not upgraded, you're never going to succeed in managing. Are you guys with me? This is so important. It's all about your mindset. You got to upgrade your mindset, your confidence, and your faith in your business, and your energy. So because of that, ladies and gentlemen, managed to rank up to Dash 3 last year, and managed to rank up to Dash 4 just 3 months ago. And of course, Mr. Shiro, as great as he is, he plants a beautiful tree in Okinawa, Japan, with your name on it, when you become a 682-3, and it's just a beautiful thing. Who here you want to have your own tree in Okinawa? All right. He has an 18-hole golf course. There's enough space for all of us. But maybe 10 years later, they have to shrink it down to a bonsai pond. I don't know. But now, we have a nice tree. All right? Good. Thank you. So guys, my secret to, it's been an incredible 11 months, 12 months coming. And I've never worked this hard since the start of my business. And I worked as hard as the start of my business. And it's exciting to work hard. Isn't it exciting to work hard? It is. Because when you work hard, you get results. The results pushes you to work even harder. And the more results you get, even though you're tired, you're fulfilled. And you keep on going, because you know every single sale you make is not just a commission check, it is a life that you will change the next 10 years of the business. That's how I see it. Alright? So this is my testimonial, and I'm proud of it. I'm so blessed that it happened to me, and I really want this to happen to everybody here. Alright? So guys, I want you guys to give your neighbor a high five and tell them, let's go out there and do it.